Thursday morning. Emptying yesterday's truck into the bin. Got a breeze going this morning. It is almost 11 o'clock. I think as soon as I get these in the bin, I guess I'm going to the field to try it. Maybe I'll blow out the air filters first, give me a little bit more time. I still see some water on the grass there. Well, it may still be 12 o'clock before we finish. The wind started blowing probably 8:30 or 9 o'clock this morning. I thought we would get an earlier start, but I guess not, because it was a pretty heavy dew last night. With these warm days that we're having and cool nights, it's creating a lot of dew. This filter is the air filter for the cab, the air conditioning system. So it is usually worse than the engine air filter. Just look at that tray, at how much soybean dust is in that tray where this filter sits. They were a bit dirty. All right, I'm putting them in, and then we're ready to get this show on the road. All right, it is 10 minutes after noon. Let's see if these beans will cut. There's dirt in the cylinder, and that's what's causing this shape. It's going to take about a half a round for everything to balance out. Yesterday I said this field had heavier soils in it, so it holds water better, and it is actually doing a little bit better than my sandy field. So about 35 bushels to the acre here versus the 30 bushels in the other field. So that's better, but with the vine that you see, you really would think there were more beans out here. Okay, on on to the next field. I've got a tree root. Man, I've got a hell of a bunch of stuff on there. Not really sure where the heck that came from, but that was a heck of a piece of wood. I'm going to get out and empty the rock trap just to see if something else fell in there. If that piece of wood was laying up on the header, there's possibility that a larger piece went in there, so let's check it out. Wood and a turtle. Yep, I think this is the first time I've had a turtle in my rock trap, so maybe I need to rename it the turtle trap. And based on that shell, it looks like something was rubbing on that turtle. I don't know if the darn thing is alive or not, but anyway, if it's alive, it can take off. And that's what I'm gonna do. Let's take off. There's just so much dust coming out of these soybeans, I can't really see that well in front of me. As someone commented a couple of videos ago, John Deere has the patent on blowing dust out of the feeder house. That's a feature that no other combine has, as far as I know. Oh no, I'm almost out of pepperonis. I think there's one more in there. Two more. The last pepperoni. Yum yum. But no worries, I still have a cookie. I've got Pringles and M&M's, so I will not starve. You know what this cookie's missing? Besides more jelly? Milk. When you have a peanut butter and jelly cookie or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you've got to have milk. And I don't have any milk. Looking at the water out there, I'm not cutting beans late tonight. I think the wind is going to die down early. So before sunset, I'm sure I will be finished up here. Well, I won't finish the field, but I will have to stop cutting soybeans. Hey, great news. Just got word from one of my employees at the hardware store that my snouts have come in for the combine, for the header. I had them shipped to the hardware store. They were coming in freight, by freight, not UPS or FedEx. Well, I think FedEx freight was bringing them, which meant they were going to be on a pallet and they needed a forklift probably to unload them. So the best thing to do in that case is send them to the hardware store where I have employees there that know how to run a forklift. I'm not always at the farm to accept deliveries like that. So that's good news. We'll see if I can get them on here tomorrow. I've got to work at the hardware store tomorrow morning and Saturday morning, so that's gonna put a little kink in my harvesting operation here, but that's okay. We'll get through that. I'll try to get those snouts on because I need them in these tall soybeans here. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling here. I've still got dust going, but you see the sun up there and you see the clouds coming in. I'm not sure how late I'll be able to cut this evening, but we'll cut till we can't cut anymore. A rock on the header. But the more disturbing thing is, you see that right there in the sky? That's a sundog. At least that's what I was always told. And my father and my grandfather always said that means rain within, what is it, 24 or 48 hours? But yet, if you look at the weather forecast, there's no rain in sight for the next 7 to 10 days. So you tell me, who's right? That sundog there and my grandfather and father, or the weather app? All right, enough of that. Let me go get the rock. All right, I have to show y'all something. I think you're gonna like this. And no, it's not the rock I'm pulling off the header. We're gonna take a little walk over here. That wind is already dying down. I don't have much more cutting to do before I'm gonna be forced out of here. But we do have to come around and see this. Let me get through the weeds here. There you go. I told you were gonna like this. A beautiful sunset tonight. We've got a crane taking off there. Did I mention the high today was 80 degrees? It was just a beautiful day for October 26th. So you're looking at the Potomac River here. Oh my goodness, you can't see it, but way out there, is that a kayak? It doesn't look like a motorboat. I think it might be a kayak. I don't know. But it is a pretty day to be out here doing that. All right. Soak it in. Last view right here, and then we've got to go back and get on the combine. Let me pull my phone out and take a picture here. All right, awesome. I've got this small field to do right on the river, but that'll be tomorrow when I get to that. Okay, let's walk back through the weeds here and get back on here and make one or two more passes. Okay, I told you that would be worth it. And you have to agree with me, right? Just shake your head yes. You know, regardless of how much work you have to do and how busy you are, sometimes you really do just have to stop and smell the roses or look at the sunset. My father and I used to butt heads on this. He would always say, boy, we got a whole lot of work to do. Rain is going to sit in here and we'll never get the crop out, or we'll never get the crop planted. Guess what? We always got the crop out. We always got the crop planted. That 5 minutes that I just took to go look at the sun setting, it's not going to make a bit of difference on this work. These soybeans are still going to get cut. So, whatever you're doing, sometimes you just got to stop and enjoy what is around you. But having said that, you might be the type of person that believes in the one with the most toys wins at the end. And so if that is your belief, then forget the sunset or the sunrise or stopping to smell the fresh air or smell the roses, because that's going to be more important to you, to have the most toys at the end. I mean, really, when it comes to the end and you pass away, what are you going to do with all those toys? Leave them to your kids to squander away? Yeah, I worked for it, damn it, so my kids are going to work for it. But no, if you are that type of person that really believes the one with the most toys wins, then you just do you and you keep on working your ass off. I don't really care. Wow, I'm just sitting here looking at the picture of the sunset I just took. Wow, that really is a nice looking sunset there. I've got to share that with someone besides you all. I'll send it to someone. My wife, my kid, my friend, I don't know. I'll send it to someone. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. It's after 6 o'clock. These things are starting to cut shitty. So I'm going to dump this tank into the truck here. I'm probably going to do some blowing. And it's off to home for some showering, eating, and drinking. So it's time to say, see ya!